Good morning, guys. We are in 1 Kings 20. First two verses that rose up for me were 13 through 15. This is titled in my Bible, Ahab defeats Ben-Hadad. Meanwhile, a prophet came to Ahab, king of Israel, and announced, "This is what the Lord says. Do you see this vast army? I will give it into your hand today, and then you will know that I am the Lord." "But who will do this?" asked Ahab. The prophet replied, "This is what the Lord says. The young officers of the provincial commanders will do it." "And who will start the battle?" he said. The prophet answered, "You will." So Ahab summoned the young officers and commanders, 232 men. Then he assembled the rest of the Israelites, 7,000 in all. That's a lot, 7,000. I titled this one, Victory for Israel. My reveal. The prophet is said to be Elijah in disguise. This was a big promise of God toward Ahab and Israel. God had every right just to leave them alone and let them perish without his help. Yet our God is so rich in mercy, and he really showed that to Ahab and Israel. Ahab saw the victory by God over the pagan god Baal on Mount Carmel, yet he was not completely convinced. Our gracious God would give him some more evidence right now. Powerful. Implementation. We see our God and sometimes doubt him. Why? Because he does things not on our list or time frame, or we just can't see how amazing he is, so we quit praying and doing. Not how we want to live our lives. We want to live our lives by actions. That is what's going to get our prayers answered. If you think we can just sit back and wait and not do anything in the interim, like prayer and constantly appreciating our God and acknowledging him for everything, for our breath, for the food, for everything that he provides us on a daily basis, it's really hard to think that our prayers are going to be answered if we don't have that relationship. My prayer. God, when we least expect it, do something amazing to put you number one in our hearts and minds and keep us there all the time. Lord, I feel you're amazing just by putting air in my lungs, and by putting food on my table, and by turning the grass green, and by having it rain, and all the amazing things that you do. Lord, let everyone see those miracles every day and be appreciative. Guys, in his grip, just a band of brothers. This morning, we had an amazing Bible study at Nashville Golf, like we do on Wednesdays, but so much energy in that room. And, we said a couple weeks ago, it's in the name of the Bible study. Isn't in the name of Scott or Brian or Steve or Joey. It's in the name of him every time we meet. So the giving of the thanks and the appreciation of what he does and he brings us together as a group is a miracle. That everybody gets up on a Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock and is there by 6:30 and ready to go. I look around and man, everybody's smiling and they've got a cup of coffee and they're just ready to be engaged and ready to get recharged and refueled for the week. It's awesome. So if you're not in a life group and you haven't found one yet, I would encourage you greatly to go that route and try to find one. Guys, we'll see you in the morning. We're jumping from 1 Kings into Psalms. I'll be in Psalms 34 in the morning.